You mean like worse than your Xbox mic?
Well, that's what I'm asking. Is it worse than being on Xbox, or is it just like the same?
Worse.
It's worse.
Yep.
Well, it's not my fault. I have the sickness.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, you have COVID, don't you? How's that?
Yeah.
How's that?
Oh, let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
I have at least half a roll of toilet paper's worth of snot rags just sitting on my nightstand.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm thinking about making a sculpture out of it.
Can you send it to me in the mail?
What, the snot rags or the sculpture?
The sculpture.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I don't know what I'm gonna build yet. I doubt I'm gonna build anything.
Oh, what?
Well, the pile keeps getting bigger, so I have no idea what I'm gonna do.
Make a
Yeah, no, the
life-size
sickness
version of
is
you.
kinda... I could do that.
I'm eating calamari right now.
What? That's such a random food item to be eating.
Especially at 1 o'clock in the morning. But it's because
So, 1 o'clock in the morning? Where the fuck did you get calamari at 1 o'clock in the morning?
it's leftovers from me and my mom's lunch.
Oh, where did you guys go for
I
lunch?
just have a taco and some fried plantains.
What? Where the fuck did you go for lunch to where you have a taco, fried plantains, and calamari?
It's like this Latin American place called Ola's Cafe and Bar, where
Was.
it's literally my favorite restaurant, and I fucking love it.
Next time I'm up, let's go.
It's not a normal taco, it's a burrito taco. Do you know what that is?
Nah, I'm not a big Mexican food guy. I never have been.
A burrito taco is like, so it's beef, right? And it's like slow roasted for a really long time, right?
Yeah.
The meat is so fucking good. And
Mm-hmm.
then you put in tortilla with cheese, and then like on the flat top, right? But then you dip it in the juices from the meat, like the broth, you know? And oh my god, it's so good.
Is it wrong of me to just be like, there should be no reason there should be that much prep. It's like, just go to a steakhouse if you want that. Like, just.
Mm-mm. It's not brisket. That's not what it is.
I would say it was
It's
brisket.
kind of like brisket, but it's way better.
Well,
than
what I'm
brisket, I
saying
think.
is, like, if you're gonna spend a shit ton of money, and you're like, oh, the meat, it's just like, go to a meat place. Don't,
no,
like,
it's not a shit ton of. The tacos are $10 for 3 big tacos that like fill you up. So it's not expensive at all.
you're just eating calamari just casually.
Yeah, I put Cholula on it.
You put what?
Cholula, it's hot sauce.
Oh, you could have just said that.
Well, there's so many different hot sauces and they all taste different, so you gotta be specific when you're talking about hot sauce.
Not when you're talking to me, because I don't know.
God, I hate you.
What do you mean? If someone goes, yeah, I just got a big old bottle of Texas Pete, I'd be like, good for you, buddy. No, dude, I grew up playing Club Penguin, and the Club Penguin hot sauce just says hot sauce on it. That's all that ever mattered to me.
Like, I love hot sauce, but I don't like Tabasco.
That is strange, actually.
It's because it's made of different peppers, different ingredients. You know?
But it's hot. It's all hot, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So then what's the...
Different levels of hotness. They all have different flavors. They're all different sauces.
What do you mean they have different flavors? I thought it was just hot. Like, it all just tastes like heat.
No, the heat isn't the flavor. It's a part of it, but like it's made of different peppers. Like, you can have jalapeno hot sauce. You can have cayenne peppers. You can have ghost pepper, habanero mango hot sauce.
I mean, Kanye Pepper would be too bad. He has been popping off recently. Have you seen it yet?
No.
Yeah, you didn't see how on Twitter the other day he was like, yeah, feeling kind of bad, but I think tomorrow morning I'm going to go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people.
What?
What he was saying was, he was saying that, like, what he believes as far as religion goes is that black people are actually the Jewish ones and not the Jewish ones. So he said so now he's just saying, like, racist stuff about Jewish people, claiming he can do it because he himself, because he's a black guy, is rooted in his genes that he is also a Jew.
I don't think that's how that works.
He explained it better than I did because I only saw him talk about it like a couple of times. But he like believes it, so he could probably put more heart into that. I'm a white blonde guy, so I don't really have a say in any of this.
I'm a white blonde guy with blue eyes. Like,
Yeah, I have like hazel eyes.
you have a little bit more say than I do.
Huh?
You have a little bit more say than I do.
Yeah, it's just because my eyes are a different color. You got like the nice baby blue eyes you can just get lost in.
Yeah. Here, eat this taco.
You know, you never gave me time to say yes or no.
Oh, the sauce is dripping from my lips.
The answer was gonna be no, but you know, here we are.
I like wet foods, but I don't like soup. What I mean by this, it's like, give me like a big wet sandwich. Like this restaurant I'm talking about, like same restaurant, it has this big Reuben sandwich. You know what Reuben sandwich is?
Maybe.
It's fun. Look, I don't look up. Hold on. Reuben.
I mean, I don't like soggy stuff. Like food that's too wet is just bad. Like that's like,
hold on.
you guys, like you and Nick and
Let me
Aaron.
explain you what a Reuben sandwich is. The Reuben sandwich is a North American grilled sandwich composed of corned beef, Swiss cheese, sauerkraut. Okay, well this one doesn't have sauerkraut on it, but and Thousand Islands dressings, blah blah blah. It's a corned beef sandwich with like Swiss cheese, and it's on I don't know what kind of bread, rye bread, and they're really good.
I don't know. I'm one of the people. It's like you, Chris, Aaron, and Nick. All of you. You guys make fun of me, right? But like, you don't get it. Like, I'm not a big soggy guy when it comes to the food, and it's just like, look, hear me out. Especially when it comes to chicken wings, you guys make fun of me because you're like, oh, you guys don't get anything. You guys don't put any sauce on your wings.
I've never been more disappointed in you until we went Buffalo Wild Wings together.
I don't like my wings covered in sauce. I don't like the wet wings. Like, I don't like it getting all over my hands.
Then
and
get
stuff.
a dry rub. Get lemon pepper or something.
I don't know.
Did I just unlock a new world for you? Or are you just sitting there like, what the fuck is he talking about right now?
That is kind of where I'm at. I'm not gonna lie.
Nick got lemon pepper. He didn't get a sauce. He got lemon pepper.
Well, for some reason, it never crossed my mind until just now.
Lemon pepper wings are delicious.
You know what my mom does? There's like this rib rub that you can get. I forget what it's called, but it's at the store, and you can go get it. And it's a rub made particularly for like ribs and like brisket and stuff. You know, it's like a barbecue rub, right?
Yeah.
Well, my mom puts the barbecue rub on chicken wings, and then she puts it in the air fryer. Mm-hmm. Bro, that's some good shit.
Yeah, that sounds good. Like rub. If you got lemon pepper or any of the dry rubs, I wouldn't have said a fucking word to you.
Oh, I didn't think about it.
I actually made chicken wings a couple of days ago at home because we had these wings from like they're full wings. They weren't like the like you go to a restaurant, you get wings, you get drums and the flats. Like they were so connected. They even had like the little like part on the end.
Oh, like the stuff you can get from KFC.
Yeah, like they're just full wings, like not cut up or anything. And I threw those in the oven. Like what I did is I put all my seasonings on there, sprayed them with oil. Well, first took them out the package. I patted them dry with the paper towel. I wanted to get these as crispy as I could without frying them because I don't have a way to fry things. I don't even have an air fryer. So I patted them dry with the paper towel, seasoned, sprayed like Pam on them, put them in the oven. They came out so fucking good. Oh my god, they were like. You can just pull the bone right out. Oh.
What do you like? What's better, flats or drums?
I actually prefer flats.
Thank you. Flats are better for sure.
I'm not gonna complain if I get a good drum though. There's something about.
There are good drums, but there's
something...
more times than not you'll get a good flat before you get a good drum.
Yeah, I feel like drums have more like cartilage and whatnot. There's something primal about getting like a drumstick of anything, just ripping into it, you know? Like you could fair and get a turkey leg, and you're just sitting there.
Yeah, there's no way not to feel like a warrior.
Like
if you're standing there with a big ass turkey leg in your hand and you're just taking bites out of it, like your immediate thought is, why is no one on their knees right now sucking my dick right now? Like
Agreed.
Clearly the champion.
At some point in
around
my
here.
life, I want to be at the fair, eating a turkey leg, getting a fight, and that's going to be my weapon. Like, every time I hit something, I'm going to take a bite and hit the guy behind me. Like,
You become like a legend of folklore or some shit. Like,
your blood is my sauce! Ah!
Jesus. Like, I could only imagine that, like, getting into a fight at a fair and using, like, some random shit. Like if you, like, a giant pickle or something, like, you know, those stands?
Imagine getting a fight with a guy at the fair eating a turkey leg. He beats your ass so fucking hard with that turkey leg and uses your blood as fucking ketchup. Like, what the fuck? You picked the fight with the wrong dude.
Yeah, if you get backhanded with a turkey leg, don't even fight back.
Like, I am the
This
cockiest
guy has
motherfucker
some
in the
fucking
world.
ball.
I am the cockiest motherfucker in the world. I think I can take on a fucking polar bear. I don't think I could beat that dude. Just gonna say.
You know, someone slaps me across the face with, like, a food item, I'm, like, gonna look at them and weigh my options.
I have slapped a lot of people with tortillas before, though.
I've slapped a lot of people with different food items,
Yeah,
especially my little brothers. One time, I slapped the piss out of my younger brother, Zach, with a pancake. And then I ate that pancake. And I was trying to go back downstairs, and Dad was like, stay in the kitchen when you're eating. And Zach was being him, so I was like leaving. I was going downstairs with my pancake. And Zach was like, hey, Dad said to stay in the kitchen when you're pow! I slapped the taste out of his mouth with the thing, and he looked at me, and then I just started eating I didn't say a word. I started eating my pancake, and I went downstairs with it.
One time I was making a bean burrito at my old job, right? Like, just a refried burrito. Just refried bean burrito. And they were like, the person next to me was like across the line, that burrito wasn't supposed to have cheese in it. And like, I just continued rolling it, picked it up, looked at the burrito, looked at him, and I fucking threw it like a baseball at him. It splattered all over his apron. He's like, dude! I didn't say a word, and I just remade the burrito.
Dude, one time I was in the house, and this I think was either Zach or Andrew. Because I've only hit my brothers really good with food items. Like, I've hit people with food before, but like my brothers, they get the short end of it. Like, I was in the kitchen. I remember, I think someone shot me in the back with like a Nerf gun or something like that, some sort of. And I turned around and I had like a cheese stick in my hand, and I throwing knifed that bitch into someone's forehead. I forget who it was. Just, it just so it hit the floor. And my mom was like, did you just throw a piece of cheese at your brother? And I was like, I'll do it again.
The only thing I liked about Applebee's is, like, my old job, we didn't have cheese slices, but now at Applebee's we have cheese slices, so I'm just constantly throwing them at people and sticking them to stuff. Like, Nathan was saying something, like, Nathan's got my nerves, because, like, when Nathan does, he'll just say stuff over and over. He'd be like, pipe bomb, hey, Tucker, pipe bomb, and it gets really, it's funny, but it gets really annoying. One time he was doing it, I just threw a fucking piece of cheese on his face.
Did it go like a...
Yes! Throwing cheese at people is so much fun. But one time at my old job, this kid Josh was holding like a plastic pan for like food storage, right? He looked at me, he was like, if I smacked you with this? I looked him dead in the eyes, like, that would be a life decision, and that life decision would make your life end very much too early. And then he tried to do it, I blocked it, grabbed the pan, smacked him in the ass with it, and like, get out here, little rascal.
Hey, little rascal. It'd be like a Telltale game, like, he swings at you and it just says path chosen at the bottom.
I get a fucking quick time event.
Get out of here, you rascal. I would hate to have to work with you.
I would too. Nathan tells me all the time, you make the workplace toxic. Not toxic. I was like, damn right I do. Who else?
I get... Dude, one time my boss called me and he was like, yo, you need to be more positive around here. Like, your negativity really bringing everybody down. And I'm like, what? What do you mean everybody down? There's only like one other person in this warehouse every day who has to deal with me, and he's more negative than I am. Like, seriously, Hunter is like, whenever anything inconvenient happens to me and Hunter, I'll be like, this is ridiculous. And Hunter will be like, man, if I didn't have to pay off my college loan, my student loans.
I hate the Fridays on my work. Because, like, the way the fryers work is they have timers on them, so you hit the first button, it goes on for 1 minute, then there's 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever, and it beeps so fucking loud. So I'd be, like, turning around doing something, it's just going, beep, 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 beep. Shut the fuck up! But also, like, it has a, like, the button you push flashes, which, so, like, that's someone beeping, but the light is so dull on it, you can barely see it, so every time it happens, I turn around, who the fuck is it? And the first time I did that, my manager's like, you okay? I was like, I'm gonna throw this fryer in the goddamn dumpster, I hate it so much. He's like, okay.
The other day, we had something that we were supposed to find, because it had to go out overnight, right? And I couldn't find it for the life of me. And me, I'm one of the people like, well, if I can't find it, it's not here.
That's
and everyone was like, oh, okay, well, we'll keep looking. And I looked for like 2.5 hours looking for this thing. Never found it. And like, it was a serial number, it was like FEPH 600 IBC, something like that. It was crazy. This long number. And I saw on the top shelf there's a thing called an F600, right? And I didn't think much of it. Because it didn't match the serial number, and it wasn't even in the right spot of where it would be. Right, it was not the right place. So they called Jaden up from the office, come down and help look. Jaden was the one who stocked them in before he moved up to the office, so he's the one. It was the F600. He labeled it wrong and put it in the wrong spot. But when he found it, everyone was like, "Okay, good, Jaden found it. Okay, we're good, we're good." And I'm like, now I look like a jackass.
The whole reason we were looking for it is because he messed up.
Yeah, we couldn't find it because it wasn't in the right spot and it was mislabeled and all that kind of stuff. And all I did was I got done with the forklift. I put the forklift up, turned it off, and I walked. And Hunter goes, "You mad?" I was like, "Yeah, I think I look like a dumbass though because I couldn't find it." He goes, "Well, you know he mislabeled. It's not our fault." I said, "It's all right." He goes, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm taking a lap." And I walked out and walked around the building.
My lap is just going into the freezer and just screaming. Like every time I get real pissed off at work, I just go into the freezer. Like, so you have the walk-ins, pretty big walk-in, and at the end of the walk-in is the freezer. So it's 2 big metal doors. So I just go in the freezer, I just go, fuck! Fucking shit, bitch! One time I picked up a box of French fries, like 30 pounds, like threw it at the wall.
Dude, I was outside. I was like, motherfucking bitch ass son. I was kicking rocks and shit. Walking across the railroad tracks, kicking the gravel. Not happy. Not happy. And my manager called me. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I was like, "I'm fine." And I was like, he goes, "Are you near the thing?" And I was like, "No." He goes, "Why not?" And he goes, "Are you out of breath?" And I was like, "No, kinda." He's like, "Why are you out of breath?" And I was like, "I am very visibly frustrated at the idea that I had to look for this thing for 2 hours just because someone mislabeled it and put it in the wrong spot." He goes, "Yeah. Well, anyway, did you do that?" He just he didn't care. That pissed me off even more.
Some managers are. The thing my manager does is he's so fucking. He'll see you doing something, like, hey, make sure you do that. Like one time, I was filtering the oil in the fryer, right? He watched me do it. He stood there for like 5 minutes just watching me do it, and then he watched me clean the filter and put it back where it's supposed to go. And as soon as I walked back onto the line and just like looked at my phone, he's like, make sure you filter that fryer. Motherfucker, you just fucking watched me do it! It took me 30 fucking minutes. You watched me stand there for 30 minutes filtering the fryer, and now you're gonna tell...
Yeah, okay, so I have a very strong belief, and my beliefs aren't as strong about this as my coworker, but in the warehouse we have cameras, and it's one thing if you have cameras in the warehouse, like, oh, someone stole something, or someone broke in and shot everybody, you know, we'll check the cameras back and see what happened, but they use these cameras for evil. Like, one time it was like 8:30, which was like 30 minutes after work started. I was sitting on my phone, because I was like, all right, I have 50 things I have to do today, I'm going to chill out this morning, just in the morning. Let my protein shake hit in and let my caffeine hit, from my drink, my energy pack I just put in my water bottle, let that hit before I start. Because I know I'm not going to sit back down for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
Freaking manager, he calls me, he goes, "Hey, I see you on the cameras. You're not. Why are you on your phone?" It's like, And I told him straight up, I was like, I'm waiting for my stuff to hit me so that way I can actually get to work properly. I'm trying to chill out right now because I know I'm not going to sit down for another little while. He goes, yeah, well, maybe you should get to work now because we don't pay you to sit down. I'm like, okay.
All right.
I got up and I got to work. And guess what? I didn't sit down for like 3 or 4 hours after that.
Yeah, it's how it goes.
I was so fucking mad.
My manager, we have 4 managers, and the GM, the main manager, I hate him because he's the only one who cares about earbuds. Like all the other managers, they'll let you have earbuds in, like it's fine, like whatever, as long as like you can hear what they're saying and whatnot. They really don't give two shits. Thomas is the only one who's like, nope, no earbuds, nope. I'm just like, I work better with music. I just do.
Yeah, me too. We were having a debate about that this week, actually, before I had to get quarantined. I had one wireless earbud in, so did Hunter. And I work better to music, too. Helps me focus. I can stare off into space and just mindlessly get all my shit done.
Yeah. Like literally at work, if it gets busy, I'll just turn on.
Well, my manager walks in and he goes, hey, the last guy who had earbuds in, we had to fire him for it. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, he wasn't paying attention to anything and he couldn't hear anything. And I was like, did he have one earbud in or two? He goes, just one. I was like, well, he must have had it turned up loud, you know. I was like, look, it helps me focus. He was like, well, I'll go up and I'll talk to everybody else and we'll see if we can maybe let y'all do that. And I'm like, what do you mean maybe? Because the day before, we had 50 things we had to do. That was the day that I had to get up and go do things. I put in an earbud and I turned on I clicked the playlist and I just let that go for a while. And I got so much done.
Yeah, like I work out, just like if it gets busy, I turn on like my workout playlist, like this playlist that gets me hyped. So you know, I'm just in there like literally dancing around, singing and shit, getting all my shit done. Ticket times are fucking great because if I don't have music in, I'm gonna start talking to people, and then I'm gonna get distracted. And I'm like, Nathan, fuck you. Like that's what I was doing today. And Tom was like, stop talking. He's like, let me listen to music, and I'm not gonna talk to these motherfuckers.
That was the thing, like, we have this big thing, they're like, hey...
I'm also less of an asshole when I have music in, because I talk less, and me talking less means I'm an asshole less, because I'm not talking.
That's fair. But the thing with me is, it's like, I'll be listening to music, like, we always had this thing, like, we always had this problem, like, they'd be like, don't get on your phone while you're on your phone. Okay, put your phone on the desk on the other side of the warehouse so you're not on it. Why aren't you answering our phone calls? You know, it's like, what the...
It's like, what do you want? Like, what do you want from me?
Then I'm like, well, if I put in my earbud and I have my music on, I'm not going to sit down and play on my phone because I'm trying to listen to music.
Exactly. The only time I really touch my phone is if I'm changing the song, which takes 0.5
exactly, but
seconds.
That's too much for these people. I don't understand why this has to be such a big deal. Like, it's not like I've done anything wrong. Like, I don't really mess things up very often. But they make it seem like, oh, you're on your phone, and that's why the Holocaust happened. It's like, what? No, what do you...
Literally, Thomas said we weren't allowed to use earbuds anymore because our ticket times were bad. But literally, like, as soon, like, the next day, we weren't allowed. Our ticket times were even worse. Like, so it's just like, do you not?
When everyone has a way they want to do something, and the person who's like in charge says they can't do it, then they spite people. They do things out of spite. I do things out of spite.
And then they complain when things are worse. Like,
it's like, but I'm a big believer in morale, especially in the workplace. Like keeping everyone happy.
Yeah.
Because if everyone's unhappy, like if there's low morale, it's like let's piss off everybody in this room and then tell them to get to work. See what happens. It's like it's not gonna be. Like, I don't know what people are expecting. But it's like if you just call someone, if you walk up in the warehouse, and just so you can be a dickhead, and like
people are gonna be a dick back.
It's just to make everyone what they're doing and claim shit.
I had a good day at work today. The manager is Thomas, the one I don't like, the one who doesn't let us listen to music. But it was okay because it was Nathan and Zach who I like talking to. So like me and him were all joking around, and we still had pretty good fucking ticket times too. Like, and the food was like looking good and like nice presentation. Like the stuff we were putting out was good. because we were all happy, having a good time, joking around and stuff. Even Thomas was joking around with us and shit. But then, like, the days where, like, we're all just, like, standing there quiet, minding our own business, those are the days that our work is the worst. Because I wanted to be at work today because I was working with people I like and joking around with.
Like, yeah, I'm with that because it's like me and I'm lucky enough to where me and Hunter actually get along pretty well. But like, my manager will walk in the warehouse and be like, "Hey, when was the last time this place was mopped?" Like, I don't know, last month. We're kind of like in the middle of something.
If I was a
It's
manager, like, and I wanted people to get stuff done, like, I'm not gonna be a dick about it. I'm just like, hey guys, whenever you're done, whenever you guys get a chance, can you just do this real quick for me? That'd be great, thank you. Like, and if I'm treating them like that and they start not listening to me and start being assholes, that's when I'm gonna be an asshole. If your employees are
skip a step. Most managers skip a step and they just be an asshole.
If your employees are treating you with respect, doing what you're asking them to do, like the first time, then why be an asshole?
My manager likes to talk about himself a lot. Like, the other day we were sitting there, and we have these plastic caps that come on the fittings that we put on the regs.
Mm-hmm.
And we usually take off the plastic caps, we put them in a box, we save them. I don't know why, but I was always told to do it, right? Well, he comes in and he takes a big pile of them that were sitting on a desk that were not put up in a box for some reason. And he throws them in the trash. He goes, "You see me throw them in the trash?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "See, I always try to clean up a little bit when I'm here." And I was like, "That's great." And he goes, "Yeah, because, it's just things you need to be aware of. Is like, you need to be paying attention to your work environment. Like, I know you have stuff to do, but like sometimes you'll be too busy and you won't be able to clean up." And I'll be like, "All right." And he's like, "So that's why I'm here. That's why I exist. Because when I'm here, I work. When I'm here, I clean because they're paying me. When they're paying me, I'm gonna make sure to go out of my way to do that." And he's like telling me that. I'm like, why are you telling me this? Why are you trying to prove yourself to me? He goes, "Do you not throw away these caps?" He goes, "You start throwing away these caps." And I was like, "I thought we were supposed to save them." He goes, "What do you mean?" I was like, "We have a big box over there." He goes, "And you're telling me this now?" I was like, "You're the one who told me to put it in the box. you know about the box.
You're the one that showed me the box.
That's your box." "What do you mean?" "You put it there, so you should know about it. I don't understand."
It would be way more convenient if I could throw them away.
Yeah, exactly. But that became
walk through the box.
And he just didn't understand. But he kept talking. He's just like, "Dude, you're like 50 something. You're like 51 years old. Why are you trying to prove yourself to me? I'm like a 19-year-old. But I don't understand what your deal is." And he does that all. One of my least favorite things that he does, like, if you ever try to critique him, and I'm not saying you should critique your manager, but it's like if he goes, "Hey, I need you to do this, this, and this," and you're like, "Well, I can't do that," and he goes, "Excuse me?" And I'm like, I can't do that. I usually repeat myself. He'll be like, he goes, "Hey, this needs to get done. This, and this needs to get done." And I'll be like, "I can't do that." I'll be like, "Excuse me?" And I'll be like, I can't do it." Like, I'll get so mad. And that's why me and him argue a lot, because he comes at me like that. He goes, "What do you mean you can't do it?" I go, "I mean, I can't do it." He goes, "Explain." And I go, "You see the packing list?" He goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "You see how it needs 5 of these things on there?" He goes, "Yeah." And I'm like, "We have 2 of them in stock. I can't do it."
I hate managers like just go at you for no reason. Like my old manager Rico.
I don't understand why he does that.
Like my old manager Rico at my old job. So I mostly worked in the kitchen, but then for some reason all the managers were like, "Let's start having you do expo because we want you to learn front of house stuff." I'm like, I don't want to do that, but fine. Which expo in the restaurant, that's just the person that runs food to the tables. It's really fucking easy. I don't know how servers mess it up. I don't know how people run food to the wrong table. It's so fucking easy. Oh my god. That's a whole different fucking rant. But Rico, so it was I think it was my second day of training. And the first day was on a slow day, so I didn't really learn all that much. But the second day, it was a really busy day. And Rico, Maisie was the one training me to do it, sent her home in the first 30 minutes. So I didn't have a trainer pretty much, and I'm sitting there trying to do it like my best I can on a really fucking busy day, my second time doing it, and then something I didn't even do. Somebody else packed a to-go order, and like forgot something, and then he started yelling at me for it, and in front of everybody, like trying to put me in my place in front of everybody, and I fucking blew up. Like people already knew I was an asshole, but they never see me blow up like to this point, and I fucking lost it. I called him like 5 different fucking names. I called him dumbass, bitch, fucking moron, fucking set my trainer home. What the fuck is wrong with you? How you expect me to do something I never fucking trained to do? And when you sent my trainer home, and I wasn't even the fucking one who did it, she did it, and I pointed at Alyssa because she was the one that fucking did it because she's so fucking stupid. It's like, so what? Before you, and then he took me to the back. He's like, alright, I'm gonna write you up and whatnot, and then he just ended up not writing me up anyways. Because I know the other managers are like, hey, you can't write him up. Like, if we lose him, you're fired.
Yeah, like, that's where I'm at, too. It's like, people are like, hey, I know you argue with him a lot, and I don't even cuss him. I don't even cuss at him or anything. It's just, because he just likes to come at me. I don't know why. Like, one time, we had a package that was supposed to go out overnight, right? But the UPS guy wasn't coming. So I was like, oh, well, I guess it's not going out overnight. It's not going out today because UPS guy's not coming back. Oh, well. And then we get this big paragraph in the group chat. And it's the manager of, she's above Mike. She's above my manager. And she's like, I just want to know why everyone left the warehouse knowing that there was a thing that was supposed to go out overnight instead of things being taken. And then I was like, because UPS wasn't picking it back up. And she was like, and then Mike goes, well, why did you guys take it to the drop box? The UPS drop box. You take the package, you put it in the drop box, you know. And I was like, I don't know where the drop box is, and neither does Hunter. Neither of us know where the drop box is. He goes, really, you've been here all this time, you don't know where it is? I'm like, no, nobody ever showed us what the drop box is. I don't know where it is. Usually, you, Mr. Manager Man, you usually take it to the drop box whenever we have a problem, because you never showed us where it was. He goes, well, don't worry, we came by the warehouse while you were gone, and we put it in the drop box. I'm like, great, problem solved. I don't understand.
So you did your job. Like, you can't expect me to do something you never show me how to fucking do.
I know, right? And it's so fucking irritating. And then, this happened the other day, he was like, hey, we have the overnight stuff. I was like, yeah, I think he was coming back, but I'm not sure. He goes, is it small enough to go in the drop box? I was like, no, it's too big for a drop box. And he goes, okay. And I was like, besides, I wouldn't really know. Even if it was small enough, I wouldn't know where to take it. He goes, what do you mean? I was like, I don't know where the drop box is. He goes, really? You don't know where the drop box is? I was like, we've been here before.
Like, if you just showed me, then we wouldn't have this conversation.
Well, the thing is, they both said, all right, well, we'll come in one day and we'll show you where it is. And they never did that. And I was like, y'all said you were going to come in here and show us where the drop box is, and you never did that. So, and he blew up. He was like, oh, okay, well, let me spell it out for you. And I'm like, what? He goes, do you know where downtown Leeds is? And I was like, I think so. He goes, you think or you know? I said, I don't know, man. I only come to Leeds when I'm here. Okay, I don't actually hang out in town. And he was like, do you know where the three-eared rabbit is? And that's a sandwich shop or whatever. I was like, yeah, I know where that is. And he goes, all right then. You're positive you know where that is. You don't just think. I was like, I know where the three-eared rabbit is. And he goes, all right, go there and then walk 10 steps to the north. That's where the drop box is. Are you able to visualize that? And I was so fucking angry.
Why are you being such a... Why can't you just say that in normal tones? Like, hey, you know where this restaurant is? Yeah, it's right next to that. It's like, oh, okay.
But no, because he's an asshole. He's an asshole. He does that shit all the time. And I was like, yeah, I can visualize that. And he's like, good, are we clear here? And I was like, crystal. And he hung up on me. I was so fucking angry.
Sure, like one time at my old job, they started having me like do truck, which is like when we get our trucks in, person unloads it and then I put the stuff away in the walk-in, which I knew everything in the walk-in was, because like I've worked there for so fucking long. I know where the French fries are. I know where everything is. And so I did it. I put everything where I know where it goes. But then Pedro walks is like, this isn't right. And he moved everything in like fucking different places where I've never seen them before. And I'm like, what? What? Since when does this go here? That has never been there in the 3 fucking years I've worked here. It's always been over here. So how come when I put it where I always fucking see it, now that's wrong?
Yeah, I don't know. I've been working at a warehouse for over a year and a half at this point. Almost a year and a half, I think. I think I'm just below a year and a half. And it's like, I hate it when because he's the warehouse manager, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there are 2 things that are wrong with that. Is, yeah, I'm the warehouse manager. First of all, you're never fucking here, ever.
You don't manage the warehouse.
You don't exactly manage the warehouse. You're not fucking here, ever. And I'm glad you're not. And it bothers. First of all, there's 2 things. Like, number 1, it bothers me you're not here. Because you need to be managing your warehouse. Like your title says, instead of just being an asshole over the phone. And watching the cameras and telling us to do shit. Number 2, I'm glad you're not fucking here because you're horrible to be around. It's just, and I try to joke with him, and sometimes he's fun. Sometimes you can joke with him. Sometimes he's cool. Like the other day, he brought us a donut. Like, you know, but it's like, and it wasn't like a nice thing. Like, oh, I went out of my way to buy you the donut. He goes, oh, I have donuts, and I didn't even think he bought it for us. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And I got back to what I was doing. I was like, here. And he gave me 100 each an old Dunkin' Donuts glazed donut. It wasn't even warm, but it was all right, I guess. But that only happens like once every now and then. Like most of the time, it's those arguments where he's just like, I don't. One time we got into an argument about the printer. I had asked him, I was like, hey, I'm doing this. Can you help me? Can you do me a favor and print these out for me? And we got into this whole argument. He was like, I'm not gonna print. You don't tell me what to do. I was like, I wasn't telling you what to do. I was asking you if you could do me a favor, and you could have just said no. He didn't like that part either. He was like, what do you mean I could have just said no? I was like, I mean, we could have avoided all of this right now if you just said, no, I'm not gonna do it. Instead of, like, making it a whole thing. Like, I'm not going out of my way to tell you what to do. I asked you a favor. That makes any sense. Like,
oh, I hate that
and
shit.
you're so much older than we are, too. Like, I'm 19, Hunter's like 21, I think, or something. You're in your 50s, bro. Why are you being such an asshole?
I don't understand later. Like one time, Rico, like he was watching me make enchiladas. I put the sauce on there. He's like, "No, that's too much sauce. You're wasting product." Even though that was spec, like that's the amount of sauce we're supposed to put on there. It's spec. And then, so he walks over, scoops some of the sauce off, like 90% of the sauce off, puts it in the oven. I'm like, Rico, that's gonna be so fucking burnt when that comes out because there's no sauce on there. He's like, no, it's right, and walked away. It's like, okay, it comes out. I look at it, I'm like, this is burnt. He's like, it's fine. I'm like, all right. I garnish it, whatnot, put it in the window. Server looks at it, is like, it's fucking burnt. I'm like, I know it is. And like, so they served it, and the customer was like, why is this so burnt? And it was a regular too, who like always comes in, orders the same thing so they know what it should look like, and then they also take it, and you're just like, so Rico comes back yelling at me that it's burnt, and I'm just sitting there like, this can't be real. He's fucking with me, right?
What is happening right now? It's like
I was so mad I couldn't even talk. I was just like, yeah.
I did make a promise to myself.
I'll remake it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I did make a promise to myself though. It's about like it's a self-respect thing. This has happened twice. The first time I thought I didn't think you were being serious. The second time I was really pissed about it. So he baby talked me before. Like he was like, when I'm speaking to you, like you know he does that. He did that twice in the year that I've been there. Where like I'm trying to like he's trying to explain something to me, but he's not making any fucking sense when he's talking at all. And I'll be like, what do you mean? And then he'll do that and be like, well, if you listen to me, and then, you know, like that. Mm-hmm. The first time I was like, he can't be serious. This is ridiculous. The second time I was like, okay, he's serious, and I was really mad about it. If it happens, I made a promise to myself. And if it happens a third time, I'm telling him to go fuck himself. I'm quitting right there. No 2 weeks notice. No callbacks. I'm leaving if he does that to me. I will find a new job. I have the certifications. I have the stuff. I will. It won't happen. I will leave. I will call Jack. Jack is the owner. I will call him personally and say thank you for the opportunity. I had a very good time working here, but that's the third time I've been baby talked by my manager, and I cannot stay. goodbye, and I would leave.
That's just so unprofessional.
It is, like, again, he's like 50, he's in his 50s. I don't know why he's being such a dick all the time.
Like Thomas, he's just a dick for no reason. My current manager, like one time, it was like one of my, I think it was like the first month I was there at Applebee's, but like we were really busy on the line and I ran out of something, so I had to go get new ones. Like I took the empty pan out and I put it in the window. I was like, "Hey Thomas, can you take that to the dish real quick?" Which he was standing about 3 feet away from the dish. For me to take it, I'd have to like walk off the line to stop making food, to go put it in dish, and then it'd take like 30 seconds. Now like, for him it'd be like taking it and like reaching behind him, and he was like, "No, you can do it." And I was like, "Why are you like this?"
Yeah, like, if you're here and you're here to work, help me out. Like, I don't understand why you just have to stand there and watch me do this. Because the thing is, my manager, I build regulators, right? My manager has never built a regulator.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand how he's even qualified to tell me what to do. He can do paperwork, and he sets up the spreadsheets and stuff online, which is cool, I guess. But like, there's no version of this story where I'm building a regulator and he tells me what to do. It's like,
yeah, the same thing in restaurants. Like where I work now, all the managers know how to make food. But at my old job, I think only 2 of the managers out of like the 5 knew how to make the food. Like Rico, he didn't know how to make food. He, like I've been here for 3 years. I know everything about this kitchen. Rico, you've been here for like 6 months and you're gonna start baby talking me about shit? Like, no. I know more than you do. I just do. You don't even know how to make the food. I know all the ingredients in the food. I know everything about this food. I know how to make it. I know where everything in this kitchen is. I know exactly how long it takes to make every single fucking item. And you're gonna talk to me like that? Like, I don't get it.
I don't understand it either. They'll be like, I'm building this, right? I'm putting this shit together. You have no idea how to do this. I even went to a class that I was overqualified to take because you guys wanted me to be certified to be doing what I'm doing. So now I'm certified to do what I'm doing, and I'm really good at it, and I'm actually, and I do it quite often, and you've never done it once in your entire life, and you're barely even in your warehouse that you're managing. And instead of being like, hey, the warehouse is dirty, I should clean it while they're building the product and shipping it out, it's more like, hey, this is dirty. They should stop being productive and stop what they're doing and go mop the fucking floor. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
Well, I don't understand.
And I'll be sitting there like they're talking to me all crazy. It's like, what are you gonna do if I'm not here? Like I missed the last half of yesterday, all of today. I'm gonna miss all tomorrow because of the fucking virus sickness thing. And it's like, I can only imagine the kind of fuckery going on there right now while I'm not there.
Is it just Hunter?
I already know that once I put in my 2 weeks, if this new job offer works out well, I have no idea what they're going to be able to do in that warehouse when I'm not there. So I know everything about it. Yeah, like, things are put in the right spot and they're labeled correctly, I can find it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't understand is like, so when Rico started working there, I worked there. He probably worked there for like a year and a half. I worked here for 3 years. But they hired him because one of the managers quit, right? So they hired him. What I don't understand is why hire somebody who knows nothing about this restaurant, knows nothing about the food here, knows nothing, and not just promote somebody? Why not just promote your head cook or like whatever, head server, whatever kind of manager you need, kitchen or front of house? Like, who knows? Why not promote the person who's putting all the work, that know what they're doing, know literally everything, and just train them about what they don't know about how to be a manager? Why not? That would be such a much better manager than bringing somebody from the outside in that knows nothing.
It is, because then okay, for example, you get a new manager that doesn't know anything, and he starts talking to you like he's like all crazy, even though you've been there for like 3 years and he's been there for like a month or 2 at this point, right? Yeah. Or you get a new guy, you promote one of your head people, and you get a new guy who's like, okay, well, who's the manager? Oh, that's our manager. It's like, oh yeah, well, what do they know? It's like, well, she's been working here for about 6 years, so.
And they know literally fucking everything, so like.
They know everything that there is to know. And I think that's how you have the most efficient type of manager.
Like, literally, whenever somebody would ask Rico something, like any of the new employees ask Rico something, they'd be like, nah, just go ask Tucker. That's what Rico would say. Why are you a manager?
Yeah. Or like, one of the things is, okay, so we have certain parts that we need. Regulators are a very sure thing. So what I mean by that is, if we need 5 parts to build it, right? Like, say, for example, we need 3 parts to build something, right? If we are missing one of those, we cannot do it. You know, it's like, we need every single part. There is no takesies, backsies here. There's no halfway completion. We have certain things that we need. If we're missing one of those, we can't do it, you know? Mm-hmm. My manager will come in, because he's the one responsible for ordering us our stuff, like our parts, and he'll look at the shelf that has all of our parts on it and be like, okay, what do we need? It's like, I don't know, fucking look.
It's your job.
It's your job to know. And he's like, all right. And he'll pick up a piece and be like, do we need this for a regulator? Yes! Order more of that. It's like, he goes, okay.
If we have a low amount of it, order more of it.
One time, he did this, and I didn't even think I thought he was joking at first. He was like, well, what do we need? And I told him, I was like, well, if you look at the shelf, well, we could use more of this, this, and this. And we could use a bit more of this, and we need to order this now because we're going to run out soon. And he goes, okay, everything you just said, put it in an email and send it to me. And then he fucking left.
That's so annoying.
He got in his car and left. So I did. I sent him an email, because I have to. But, I don't understand why he had to do that. It's like,
why do you have to be? Why can you just email you? Hey, can you email everything we need? Oh, okay. Why do you have to go there, look, and be like, okay? What?
Go there, look, make no statement in your actual brain, and then leave. It's like you drove all the way over here. You got out. You came in. You looked at the shelf. Had no idea what you were looking at. Had your employee explain everything to you. Not take in any of the information he gave you, and told him to send it to you so you could read it in about an hour or two, and then you went home. Who pays you? You didn't do anything.
Man, some managers are just really stupid. Like, a couple days ago, I was making chicken wings, right? And they're frozen raw, so we fry them to, cook them. And one time Tom was like, how long on these wings? I looked at the I was like, 3 minutes, 35 seconds or whatever. He was like, make it 1 minute. I'm like, Thomas, this is raw chicken. It takes X amount of time to cook it. If it's cooked for any amount less than this, it will be raw. He's like, make it take 1 minute. I don't think it was Thomas. It was a different manager. But I'm just like, listen, I'm not gonna serve raw chicken to somebody, And then he started yelling at me, like, just take it out the fryer now and give it to me. I was okay. Took it out of the fryer. I cut one in half and showed him. It was completely pink on the inside. I'm like, do you want to serve that?
There's no version of that conversation you're explaining to me where there's even remotely a point in his head that could be even deemed as a rational thought. It doesn't, that kind of stuff pisses me off because it's like, you're supposed to be in charge of me, but you're fucking stupid. Why are you telling me what to do? You clearly have no idea what the fuck is going on, ever.
And, I'm friends with a lot of servers, and, most people I talk to on a daily basis are servers because those are my coworkers. But servers are some of the laziest, most, entitled, fucking annoying people I've ever fucking met. And impatient. Just...
Explain.
Oh my god. They're just impatient. Literally, the to-go girl, I don't even know her name. I don't want to know her name. Or one of the to-go girls. There's some of them I like, but there's one, she's really annoying. She saw I was really busy doing stuff, and she was like, hey, I need a kid yogurt to go. I was like, okay. In my head, I'm gonna drop these chicken wings first, and these fries, because these will take longer to make than the yogurt. After the yogurt will take 10 seconds to scoop it in a cup and put some strawberries on top. There you go. I dropped the wings because they take 6 minutes to fry. So I'm gonna do that first, and then do the yogurt. So I can start the wings cooking so they can get out in a decent time. And literally, for 5 minutes straight, she was just like, can I get the yogurt? Can I get the yogurt? can I get the yogurt? And I went off on her. I was like, shut the fuck up!
I imagine you're a pleasure to work with.
I'm not. And then, I don't understand how people run stuff to the wrong table. Literally, there is a chart that has the table numbers on it, so if you don't memorize it, you can look at the chart and see what table is which. And the orders, when they ring in, they have what table they're for and the exact item. If there's mods on the order, it will say the mods. If there's no cheese, no light, whatever, it will say that. So if somebody orders a cheeseburger that comes with American cheese and they want cheddar, it will say it's sub cheddar and it's on there. And if there's a burger with pepper jack, you can tell which one's cheddar, you can tell which one's pepper jack. One's yellow, one's white, but they'll still take the pepper jack burger to the cheddar tape. How do you do that?
I don't know. I was a busboy for 2 days, and I had to run out food as well. I never really had a I never brought anything to the wrong table. And I only did it for 2 days.
It's so...
So if someone does it every single day, I don't understand how they can do that.
It's literally just... It's matching. You match the order. Like, I can't even talk right now. I'm so frustrated. You know, there's like in like math tests. You know, it's like you drag the answer to like the right answer or whatever. It's like that. You take 135, the table 135. Don't take 24 to 135 because that's not correct. How do you mess it up? It's so fucking simple. But yet,
I get over. I'm so tired of managers, like especially like. Because they'll be like, for example, he'll be like, I'm the warehouse manager. Like, he says that a lot. Be like, listen, listen, I'm the warehouse manager. All right, so you gotta listen, you gotta do what I say. Like, he'll like a little kid. And I'm sitting there like, okay, when the grass needs to be cut, who cuts it? Me. I'm sitting here talking like, me, I cut the grass, right? Who cuts the grass? Me. When the weed eater? Me. Who sprays the weed killer? Me. Who sprays the bug killer? Me. Who mops the floors? Me. Who cleans the bathroom? Me. Who builds the regulators? Me. Who ships out the fucking everything? Me. Who keeps track of all the stuff? Me. Who puts shit in the spreadsheet? Me. You don't manage shit. Shut the fuck up.
You don't do anything.
You don't do anything except for yell at me on the cameras. Like, I don't understand.
What?
Who drives the forklift? Me. Who straps and wraps the pallets? Me. Who lifts up the heavy shit? Me. Because Hunter can't do it. He's got something wrong with his neck and he's epileptic. I carry all the heavy shit. You're not here.
There's this one server.
You're not a manager. I'm the fucking manager.
There's this one server who always runs food to the wrong table. Like, he'll bring in buffalo wings and take the barbecue wings to his table, which like brown and orange. Like, how do you are you colorblind? Is that... And we have boneless wings and bone-in wings. He'll bring in buffalo bone-in wings and take the barbecue boneless to his table, and it's just like, how? So, and like he did that constantly.
Wow, this is something else, not what I ordered.
He did that constantly one night, and one time he went to reach for something in the window. I said, "No, don't fucking touch it."
No.
He like jumped back. He's like, "What?" I was like, "I'm not remaking a goddamn thing. If you run it to the wrong table, that's your fucking problem. I don't give a shit. I'm not remaking it. I've remade like at least 15 items because of you. I'm not fucking doing it anymore."
I'm just tired of busting my ass because it's like, I know maybe it's childish for me to expect a pat on the back, and it is childish, really. I say I expect a pat on the back. I expect a pat on the back. I expect a promotion because I'm sitting here like I have a warehouse manager who doesn't manage the warehouse. I manage the warehouse, but I'm only getting paid like $14 an hour to do the job of my 50-year-old man manager guy, and he has like 4 cars. I know he has a couple of other jobs, so I know he's in the Air Force. I think he used to be like a personal trainer or something. But it's like this guy, he's married, he's got a nice house, he's got 4 cars, all of them are really nice. And it's just, you know, he wears nice clothes, you know, all this kind of stuff. But he doesn't do shit. And then I bust my ass every day just to be like, I think I can afford to put $40 in the tank today.
Like, can I fill my tank today? Like, can I drive to my friend's house today? Do I have enough gas? Oh, nope. I guess I'll just stay home until I get paid.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's like, I think I can take Abby.
Can I afford to eat today?
Like, can I take out Abby tonight? Oh, we gotta wait till next week? Alright, we can do that. That's fine. Ugh, it's just rough. It's like, I don't know. But he's out there he can do whatever he wants. It's like, oh, I want to go get lunch today? Oh, I guess I'm just gonna make another peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I can't go out and get actual, I can't go get, like, Milo's or something. Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, it'd be so nice to go out every day, eat every day. Like, go out, eat every day. No, like, most of the time I'm just sitting at home, like, scrounging for whatever I can.
Yeah, it's...
For the past, like, month, though, pretty much the only thing I've eaten, except for the day. I don't have for lunch with my mom, but she paid. But, like, for the past, like, month or two, all I've eaten is, like, whatever I can scrounge up from Applebee's. Like, extra fries? Sure, I'll take these 4 fries. There's an extra wing? Alright, sure, that's mine now.
I'm with that, kinda. Like, my parents buy food just because, there's a bunch of us here, so I usually just get snacks and stuff, but I'm not consistently eating food, though, that's the thing.
Yeah, me neither.
And it's not like, oh, I'm starving, it's like, oh, I'm running out of things, it's just like, I don't know. I just woke up one morning and I wasn't as hungry as I just kept going from there. So suddenly, Mr. pushing 201 pound junior boy was 174, 175 pound depressing guy, man, person. Graduate.
Yeah, a month ago, I was.
There was some working out between that, but still.
Yeah, a month ago I was 198. Now, today I weighed 182, I think.
Nice.
I haven't even been working out that much the last 2 weeks. I haven't had time.
I mean, I need to work out more. That's the thing.
Yeah, I need to too, but I haven't had time really the last 2 weeks. But I can't even eat as much as I used to. Like last night, I was hungry, so I made a box of Kraft mac and cheese. Like I used to be able to just down a whole box by myself and be like, man, I kind of want more. I'd never really made more, but like I was like, I could go for more. But now, like, I made the whole box. I intended to eat all of it, but I got through like half of it. I was like, I'm gonna puke.
Once I made a whole large pizza by myself, yeah. My mom ordered a large pizza today. I went upstairs. I'm sick, I was like, I haven't eaten all day, so I'll take like half of that. I took 4 pieces of pizza. I ate 3.5, and I was like, oh god, I'm done.
Yeah, like I used to be able to, like, eat like a whole large Domino's pizza by myself, and then have some wings and a soda with it. But now I'm like 1, maybe 2 slices of pizza and a wing, and I'm like tapped out. I'm good.
Yeah, my stomach I just get full quicker, which is like my stomach just be getting smaller. It's rough because it's like one time. This happened the other day. I used to. Okay, so actually, this didn't happen the other day. This was a couple months ago. I used to be a big fast food guy, and by what I mean by that is I liked bacon cheeseburgers and fried chicken. I used to go to Jack's, which is very close by. I used to go there like every day. I think that's probably how I got so fat. So I used to get Jack's chicken biscuits every morning for 2 years, and then I would go there after school sometimes too and get stuff.
Yeah, I remember all.
Well, one of the things I used to get was I think it was like the number 5 or something. But it was 2 cheeseburgers and it came with fries and a drink. Yeah. So I would get like 2 bacon cheeseburgers with a large fry and large drink. It'd be like sweet tea or something. Or Coke or whatever. I ate the first burger. I ate half the second burger. And I felt like I was going to throw up. I didn't touch the fries. I barely drank my drink. I just did that and I was done. For like the rest of the day. I Like I felt nauseous all the rest of that day.
Yeah, like one time, like probably a year ago, I DoorDashed. No longer than a year ago because it was before I got my car. That's why I DoorDashed it. I've almost had my car for a year now. But I DoorDashed Taco Bell, and I spent like $50 probably, but for myself. I got a crunch wrap. I got 2 Dorito tacos, and like there's like combo thing. Gave me like a burrito and 2 other things, and then I also got a drink. And I ate all of it by myself. And that was like my dinner because I also had stuff like earlier that day too. And like now I eat like half a crunch, like I eat a crunch wrap and like a quarter of my drink. I'm like, I'm done. I ain't had Taco Bell in a couple months. I love Taco Bell, but like I ate it way too much.
I don't know. I just can't do. They're like when I was a bit bigger, you know, I was like I could do just about every fast food joint that there is, and I wouldn't have a problem. But now it's like there's only a few that I can actually eat without feeling like. And it's not like, oh, you feel guilty for eating. No, it's not even guilt. I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah, like right now I can barely even like finish a 10-piece McNugget.
That's what I was about to say. Like McDonald's, I used to be able to go ham on some McDonald's, but now it's like.
Remember when we got fucking 100 wings? We ate all of them. I don't think we could do that anymore.
Yeah, we
got pizza later that day too.
Yeah, we were a bunch of fat fucks. We ordered a lot of shit that day.
Aaron got a fucking cinnamon bun.
Yeah,
I will tell you though, like the fattest thing I've done in a while the other night is when me and Maisie went to Applebee's. She got her triple chocolate cake thing, and we have these new like cinnamon things, or just like mini little cinnamon rolls. Fry them for like a minute. They're so good. Like these little, there's icing dipped in. And, like I went there and I was like, I didn't intend on getting anything, but I remembered we have these new cinnamon rolls. And I tried one. They're really good. I ordered one of those for myself. Comes with like 12 in it. I didn't intend on eating all of them, but then I did. But I felt like I was gonna puke afterwards. But I didn't regret it because the things were so good.
There's only a few fast food places now that's like edible. Like Chick-fil-A is good. Arby's is good.
I'm trying to remember last time I had fast food.
Like up here we still have Jack's and Zaxby's. Zaxby's is good because they have this one thing. It's called the Wings and Things, and it comes with like 3 fried chicken tenders, like 5 wings, and fries, and like a piece of toast or whatever, like buttered toast. It is pretty good. That's a pretty solid item, and I usually get that. That's pretty good. Jack's is still good, but like their burgers make me nauseous now. If I eat 2, if I eat like 1, I'll be fine. But if I eat like 2, then I'll feel like. But their chicken's still pretty legit, so I'm not too worried about that. But Chick-fil-A, in my opinion, I've had plenty of people argue. Chick-fil-A's top tier. Chick-fil-A's S tier for sure. Like Chick-fil-A's at the top of my fast food list for sure.
I would say Chick-fil-A's better quality food, but like at the top of my list is Taco Bell. So I fucking love Taco Bell.
I don't know why. Again, it's the Mexican food thing. I don't really fuck with Taco Bell too much. I used to. There was this one item, and it was one of them limited time things. And it was like chicken chips or whatever, and they were like chicken nuggets.
I know what you're talking about. I never tried them, but I know what you're talking about.
But they were in the shape of triangles, and they were spicy. So it was like spicy nuggets that were in the shape of triangle. Oh, bro, I fucked with that. That shit was so good.
They're nacho.
They had them out. They had them out for like a week, I think, and I think I went to Taco Bell every day for a week straight to get those. And then I came in one day. I was like, I want these. They're like, we don't have them anymore. I was like, what? I never went back.
I think I would allow myself to do that if like there's something I really enjoy from a fast food place and it's like limited time for like a week. I'd be like, I'm gonna allow myself this 1 week, then I'm gonna work my ass off the next week.
Like, and it was good stuff too. Like, it wasn't even, and it didn't come in like a big portion. It wasn't like, oh, here's 20 of these spices. It was like, here's like 5 or 6, and here's a drink. It's like, you know, they weren't bad. But other than that, I'm not a big fast food guy anymore.
I don't remember.
Like, if I'm out, if I'm out and it's like, man, I'm starving, and the only thing nearby is a Wendy's, I'll go to the Wendy's, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Wendy's as much as I used to be. I'm not a big fan
I've never been that big of a Wendy's fan, anyways. I just never went there.
Not a big Wendy's. Not a big. I've only been to Popeyes like once.
I fucking love Popeyes. That's my favorite like chicken place. Like
Only had Popeyes
like
one
my
time.
favorite fast food place, like fast food like chicken place like that is Popeyes. Bojangles.
I've only
is
had
close.
Popeyes one time.
Like that list, like between KFC, Bojangles, and Popeyes, Bojangles, and then KFC. I don't really like KFC that much. Their chicken's like slimy.
Yeah.
And I will say, pretty much like the only reason I really like Popeyes is because their mashed potatoes, their gravy's really good. It's like Cajun seasoning or something in it, and it's really fucking good. But
I don't know. I've only been to Popeyes one time, and it was really good when I had it. I just haven't been back because I don't know.
well, don't you guys have Bojangles in there? I know it's a northern or a southern thing. Because I think the closest Bojangles to me is like Southern Virginia. I think they don't really have them up here though.
We have a Bojang, yeah. I know where one is. I just haven't been to one in a very long time.
I don't really fuck with KFC that much though.
I used to.
The only-
Okay, so we had KFC here, down here in Springville, which was really nice. We had a KFC down here for a while, and when it first opened, and they had like high schoolers in there, but it was like my friends, so like they actually did things, and they had like their chicken wings, and they had everything, right? Well, all my friends graduated and moved on to like have a real life, so they hired a bunch of crackheads, and the crackheads didn't do anything. And then you would go there and you'd be like, hey, can I get this? I'm sorry, we don't have any chicken. It's like, bro, you're KFC. What do you mean you don't have any
How's
chicken?
KFC for not chicken?
And then they closed down. Now the KFC doesn't even exist anymore. They closed it down. Well, back in its prime, that KFC slapped hard. It was fucking awesome.
They just reopened our KFC because they did a whole like renovation in it. Like they redid the whole building.
Well, that area, we had a Hardee's, and then the Hardee's closed, and then they opened up KFC. So now we're trying to figure, and then they closed the KFC. So now we don't know what's gonna take that spot. I'm kind of hoping it's like a Chick-fil-A or an Arby's. I don't think it's gonna be a Chick-fil-A because it's just like one of those hole in the walls at a gas station.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably either gonna be. I'm hoping it's like an Arby's or some shit.
I'm trying to remember the last time I had fast food. And if you count like Domino's, I had Domino's like a couple weeks ago. But I mean like fast food like McDonald's or
I don't
something
count
like that.
Domino's because if I were to count Domino's, then I had fast food today because I had Domino's today. Last time I had fast food, I think was like Jack's or Zaxby's or something
I
like
think
something.
it was definitely when I was dating Natalie. I remember last time my mom bought me fast food is because she went to Taco Bell and got me a Crunch Wrap, and I put it in the fridge. I didn't want to eat that night, so I woke up in the morning. I was like, I have a Crunch Wrap in the fridge. Either eat this or I can make me a nice healthy breakfast. So I threw the Crunch Wrap away. Or no, I heated it up because I intended on eating that. I was like, I'm gonna eat this, and then I looked at it and I was like, this is like when I first started my calorie deficient. I looked at it, I was like, no, stay strong. So I threw it away, and that made me a little egg white thing with like tomatoes and shit in it. It was really good. I'm glad I had that instead of the Crunch Wrap. I think I enjoyed it more than I would have that cold Crunch Wrap.
Yeah, I can see it.
Cause like, I told Chris this, like, people shit on egg whites for no reason. Like, people are like, oh, they're so bland. Yeah, they're a little bit more bland than normal eggs, but like, you're not just sitting there like eating plain eggs anyways. You're still adding shit to it. Just add the same shit you would to normal eggs to the egg whites, and it's gonna be good.
That's how I am. I'm one of the people that I like hard boiled eggs, and I like you just put salt down on a plate, right? And then you get the hard boiled egg, you shell it, and then you just roll it across the plate, and then you just have little salted egg whites, and then you eat the yolk inside of it, and it's good. I like it that way. I like a salted.
I don't fuck with boiled eggs that much, but I do fuck with deviled eggs.
Never had one.
What?
No, never had a deviled egg.
They're so good.
I've heard mixed reviews.
The deviled eggs, the boiled egg, it takes the worst part of a boiled egg, the yolk, and makes it good.
Like I've heard good things and bad things. I've heard deviled eggs are really good. Yolk is the greatest thing. And then I've heard some people be like, "Man, this smells like ass, and nobody should ever touch these things." And I'm like, I don't know. I'll just stay.
You cut a boiled egg in half, take the yolk out, the yolk out, and then people make it differently. You either put mustard or mayo. Some people do both, and you put like My mom usually does jalapenos, but you can also do like pickles or whatever, and then mix that up, and then you just scoop it onto like the egg halves, and it's so good. Like at Thanksgiving, like I fuck those things up, man.
I think Thanksgiving is like my official favorite holiday.
Yeah, the older I get, the more I like Thanksgiving.
I'll tell you why. Because when you're a kid, you get a lot of shit for Christmas and Easter and all that stuff. Well, I like Thanksgiving the most now is because Thanksgiving is, I see some family members. I don't have to buy anyone anything. I eat a shit ton of food. And then all my family members, they go home. And then I can go to bed. It's just a normal day. Like, Thanksgiving is just a normal day. But I see my family and I eat a big meal. And then I go to bed. It's great. There's no responsibility. I don't have to buy anything. There's no strings attached. I can just eat a big meal.
And you're also not judged for going back for seconds and thirds because everyone else is also doing it.
Because it's Thanksgiving. Yeah, exactly.
It's the one day I get to just indulge myself.
Exactly. I can eat as much. And my dad, he puts turkeys in the smoker, like full turkeys in the smoker. Like, so I get these big smoked turkeys, and they're fucking good as shit. Get a baked potato and some mac and cheese on the side of that bitch. Big glass of sweet tea with the condensation on the outside, dripping onto the coaster. And let me tell you something, that's all I need right
then
there.
After that, you get some pumpkin pie. I love me some pumpkin pie.
My mom makes pumpkin bread. You know banana bread? She does that, but with pumpkin.
I also really love pumpkin bread and banana bread.
I love both of those things.
My grandma, she makes pumpkin bread, but she'll put little chocolate chips in there.
Oh, that sounds fucking awesome. I would love that.
The thing is, she makes it homemade. Like, she literally grows pumpkins and
What? That is awesome.
Look at her pumpkin pie. She grows the pumpkins.
Dude,
she grows the pumpkins.
Awesome. That sounds great.
Now I discovered my new favorite ice cream flavor, by the way.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and it's pumpkin cheesecake ice cream, but the ice cream part just tastes like pumpkin pie, but then it has like little graham cracker swirls in it. That's like the cheesecake part, and I broke my diet to get a pint of that.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I think
because I had it for the first time last year, and I have thought about that probably every day since I first tried it, and it only comes out this time of year. And I had it again for the first time a couple weeks ago, and I about creamed myself.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm about to stock my freezer with that shit.
I like chocolate and vanilla. My go-to is usually cookies and cream. But the other day I was at an ice cream place, and I was with Abby. You know, she got her thing, and they were good. I got a milkshake. I usually, whenever I go to the ice cream place, I'll get a milkshake because I can drink it through a straw, and I can walk around with it. It's fine. But she was like, "Hey, this is our new flavor. It's the birthday cake flavor." And I got a sample of it. And it was ice cream, but it tasted exactly like cake. And I think it had bits of cake in it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't like birthday cake flavored stuff. I don't even like cake all that much.
Well, let me tell you something. I made them put that shit in a milkshake. And I drank a cake, Tucker. I drank a cake.
I'm not a big cake person.
I'm not a big cake person.
Literally for my birthday, every time I was like, "What kind of cake you want?" I'm like, "Give me a cheesecake."
I usually either cheesecake or a cookie cake.
Or ice cream cake.
Yeah, ice cream cake, cheesecake, or a cookie cake, bro.
Cookie cakes are good. I like cookies.
Dude, cheesecakes are fucking awesome, by the way. Talk about that. I love that.
That is my favorite dessert.
Oh, that is definitely one of my favorite desserts, for sure.
My favorite dessert's probably pumpkin pie, but like since that's a limited thing, my overall favorite's just cheesecake.
Can I just say a heavily underrated type of dessert that always slaps fucking like the hardest? Like, hot day, you just got inside, you sat down, you open your freezer, boom, ice cream sandwich sitting in there. That's the shit. I love that.
That is great.
Those things are great. I love those.
Ice cream sandwiches okay. They're alright.
I mean, they're alright. Ice cream sandwiches, they hit different.
They're good. It's just at least when I haven't had one in years. When I was younger, they weren't my favorite thing in the world. I might like it better now. I don't know. I just haven't had one in a while.
I remember you remember Nathan Warner?
Mm-hmm.
In his freezer, he always had Klondike bars, like the crunchy ones, like on the outside.
Yeah, I have Klondike bars in my freezer right now. I also have the Snickers ice cream bars.
Yeah, my parents would never let me get those. I even begged and begged for Klondike bars. Like, you don't need them. And I was like, first of all, they were right. And I only had a couple because Nathan's dad was, like, kind of an asshole sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I mean that with, like, love, but, like, sometimes his dad was, like, rough. Like, when Nathan fell out of a tree and, like, broke his leg, and me and Ian drug him back to his house, his dad yelled at us. Like, I don't understand. Like, well, why'd you let him do that? No, like, we didn't. We told him not to.
Yell at your son, asshole.
Yell at him. He broke his own leg. You're lucky we didn't leave him in there.
We gotta left him there.
So I'd be like, Nathan, can we get a Klondike bar? He goes, I don't know. I'll ask my dad. Hey, Dad, can I get a Klondike bar? I was like, you don't need a Klondike bar. It's only 100 degrees out.
Klondike bars rule though. They have so many different flavors too.
Yeah, Klondike bars are really good.
I think I have Reese's ones and cookie and cream in my freezer right now.
Oh yeah, that kind of stuff is good. Ice cream is where it's at.
Yeah,
I think ice cream is one of my favorite styles of dessert. I'm not a big cake guy, just because I don't like thick icing.
You know what? I agree. Like, super rich icing. You know what I hate about ice cream cakes sometimes, though?
What?
What I expect from ice cream cake is you have a little thin layer of actual cake and then ice cream on top of that. But then most of the time, ice cream cake's just a block of ice cream with icing on it. That's not what I want from ice cream cake. I want that little bit of layer of cake. I want that. That's what I want.
Yeah, just make a cake, hollow it out, and put ice cream in there.
Just make like a little half-inch thick cake, and just put a block of ice cream on top. Don't just give me a block of ice cream with icing on it.
Yeah, I was that kid.
That's why I stopped asking for ice cream cakes for my birthday, because I always got disappointed by them. Now I'm just like, can I just give me cheesecake? Because a bad cheesecake is still a good cheesecake, but a really good cheesecake is really fucking good.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Like, you can just buy one of those
Yeah, cheesecake is I can sit there and eat cheesecake way longer than I probably need to.
I could down a whole cheesecake.
I know I could.
I have done it before.
You've lived my dream then.
One time, my mom bought one of these cheesecakes from a grocery store. It was pre-sliced, but every slice was a different flavor. Oh, yeah. That was a good night.
Oh no.
There's a chocolate one, there's a cherry one, there's a strawberry, there's a plain cheesecake. I think the strawberry one's the best. Honestly?
The ones with the drizzle? The strawberry drizzle?
You're right, they are good.
Those are really
I think my favorite cheesecake is just a plain cheesecake.
Huh.
Something about just the normal cheesecake flavor I like it. It's not too sweet, but it's sweet enough. You get that little bit of graham cracker in there.
I'm eating that cosmic brownie now, by the way.
Oh my god, it's got that bad?
Well, yeah, I'm hungry now, and we keep talking about dessert.
I had cosmic brownie ice cream a couple weeks ago, and I got so disappointed by it. It was just chocolate ice cream with chunks of cosmic brownie in it. Because I saw
it really does. That doesn't sound that interesting.
Because I saw the TikTok reviews, and they said the ice cream tastes like cosmic brownie, so I was expecting the ice cream to taste like fudge, pretty much. And that's not what it was. The chunks with the actual brownie, those were good, but then the rest of it's just normal chocolate. I don't like chocolate ice cream. I just don't like it.
Hey, so everyone's different. Some people like chocolate, some people like vanilla.
You didn't believe that in 7th grade. Because remember when we did that experiment where we made ice cream in class? And teacher was like, you choose a flavor if you want vanilla or chocolate. And you and Nick, not the Nick we're friends with now, but the other one, we're gonna make chocolate. And then I was like, I'm just gonna go with the vanilla. And you guys were like, what? I was like, fuck off. And that's why I hate going to ice cream parlors with groups of friends, because everyone's gonna be mint chocolate chips. Because I like mint chocolate chip. It's not my go-to. Or people get chocolate cookies cream. I like cookies and cream. Sometimes I'll get that. I like that in a milkshake form mostly. But then I always go last. And I was like, I get a scoop of vanilla, and everyone's just even the ice cream parlor was just what is wrong with you? And I was like, just give me my vanilla ice cream, douche.
Yeah, I've seen stuff like that. Or let me guess. They didn't even say what's wrong with you. The guy behind the counter, you were like, can I get a scoop of vanilla? And they're like, yeah, what else?
Yeah, what toppings? I was like, I don't want any toppings.
And then they look at you and they're like, why not? And they reach for the gun under their counter.
Glock noises. Just, I just want a scoop of vanilla, dude. That's all I want.
An alarm goes off and Men in Black come out and take you to the back room.
Same thing with soda choices.
Yeah, sometimes the soda debate can be hard sometimes.
It's real hard for me because, so me, Maisie, Abby, and Joey, we all went to a pizza place the other day. Like it's a type pizza place, like you just go in, you get a slice and like a can of soda, and you leave, right?
Like, is it like a big slice?
Yeah, Benny's, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, yeah. So we went to Benny's, and Maisie got a Dr. Pepper, Joey got a Coke, Abby got that RC Cola. Like, disrespect for that, but you do you, I guess.
Yeah, that's just not too bad, alright?
And I grabbed a Diet Coke, because one, I like the taste of Diet Coke better than normal than like not diet sodas, and two, I don't want the sugar and calories. So I like the flavor better, and this one just fits my diet better. And like I sat down with my Coke and pizza, and they all looked at me. I was like, "What's up, guys?" And Abby was like, "You made the conscious decision to get a Diet Coke." I was like, "Yeah." Is there a problem? And
What's
then
with the interrogation?
and y'all just started fucking going into me. I was just like, what are you, 50 years old? Like, what is wrong? They're like, I just like it better. Leave me alone.
Alright, I'll tell you this.
And then, no, I'm not done. And then today, we're all hanging out at Abby's boyfriend's place, right? And they had Dr. Pepper and Coke. Not diet, just normal. I was like, that's fine. I was like, Joey asked me, he's like, you want Dr. Pepper? She was like, sure. And he looked at me, he was like, sorry, we're not Diet Coke. I was like, I'll take a Dr. Pepper. And he walked away and went to grab the drinks. He came back with only one. He gave it to Maisie. I was like, hey, where's mine? I asked for one too. So he's like, they don't have diet. And I was like, you son of a bitch. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Let me tell you something. Coming from me, I'm not a big soda guy. Like, as it is. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are only a few sodas that I actually like, and I would still not pick them over, like, a Body Armor.
Yeah, like now, I usually just go for water, but like, you know, sometimes the slice of pizza, I just want Coke.
Yeah, I'm more like water, Gatorade, Body Armor.
I 100% agree.
Like, the most recent soda, technically, that I've had is ginger ale.
I fuck with
and
ginger ale.
I love ginger ale.
I fuck with the ginger ale so much. That and root beer, I fuck with that heavily.
No, I love root beer, ginger ale, and I like Coke. I don't like Diet Coke, but I understand what you mean by it. Like,
There's something
I
about
like
that.
the taste of Coke more than I like the taste of Diet Coke, but I love the taste of Diet Dr. Pepper more than I like the taste of just regular Dr. Pepper.
For me, Diet Dr. Pepper and normal Dr. Pepper, they taste the same to me. They do. Like,
Normal Dr. Pepper tastes like, I don't know, it's weird. Diet Dr. Pepper just tastes better, in my opinion. I like Diet Dr. Pepper, and it is lower in calories.
For me, I can't.
Usually, if there is a soda option, it's either Coke, Diet Dr. Pepper, or like any kind of ginger ale / root beer that they have. But like, someone's like, "You want a Mountain Dew?" And then there are some times if I'm like out and it's hot and I'm sweating, I'll be like, "Yeah, sure, I'll take a few sips of that." But like, for example, someone comes to me and goes, "Hey, do you want a Fanta?" No.
Oh, no, I hate that.
No, I don't want a Fanta.
I'd rather be thirsty.
You know what? I just ate that Cosmic Brownie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel any less hungry, but I feel like a fat ass now.
Yeah.
It's like, great, because I could feel the sugar in my veins now.
For me, like all of those like Little Debbie cakes and shit, like I could down like 5 of them and not change any hungerness level. But I'm like, I still want to puke at the same time.
Yeah, I'm sitting here like I still feel hungry, but like I really wish I didn't eat that. Cause now I wish I didn't eat it.
It was one Cosmic Brownie, you'd be fine. But
well, yeah, that's the first Little Debbie type snack that I've had in a very long time. Let me tell you, not really wasn't that interesting.
Yeah, I don't really like Little Debbie stuff.
My dad loves the Twinkie. That's my dad's thing.
I can fuck with the Twinkie.
My dad fucks with the Twinkie harder than anyone I've ever met in my life.
Twinkies
Oatmeal cream pies are the shit, though.
I agree. Those things are good.
Those things are good. They just are. They're better than. They're better. Like, if you held up like a Twinkie, a Cosmic Brownie, the little ding dongs or whatever they're called. I'm just trying to think of Little Debbie snack. If you hold up every other Little Debbie snack,
cakes.
Yeah, zebra cakes.
Wait, I think ding dongs are Hostess. I don't think it's Little Debbie. They're basically the same thing, though.
I know. I just remember it was 4th of July one time, and I picked up the box while I was at Walmart with my dad, and I told him he could suck my Star Spangled Ding Dong because that's what it said on the box was Star Spangled Ding Dongs. But anyway, that's why I remember that. But if you hold all of those up, I will still pick the oatmeal cream pie out of all of them for sure.
I think I'd go with Cosmic Brownie, but that cream pie.
Nah, dude, oatmeal cream pie is so much better than the Cosmic Brownie.
I think you're right, but I have so much childhood nostalgia for the brownie.
As someone who just ate this mid-ass brownie, let me tell you something.
I fucking love brownies, man. Brownies are so good.
I guess that's just one of my problems. It's not that I don't like brownies, but I've never been a huge brownie guy.
I'm a huge brownie guy.
I like cookies, dude. I like cookies, but I like brownies.
No. Brownies are the fucking shit. I might like them better than cheesecake. I don't know. I think I like cheesecake better, but like I'm not. I'm not for sure.
Home-cooked, dude, get a fresh home-cooked chocolate chip cookie, still piping hot out of the oven. Dip that shit in a glass of milk and let it disintegrate in your mouth and tell me that's not the greatest fucking thing on the planet.
You are not wrong. You know what is really fucking good though? Those brownies that have cookies baked into it, so you get both best of both worlds. That.
I mean, like, you take that bite, you can see the chocolate chip cookie in the middle.
Yeah. Whenever my mom buys like box brownies, she always gets the one that's like brownie, and then like you put cookie like droplets in it. So it's like, like every other bite just has a little bit of cookie in it.
I'm with that, yeah, for sure.
When it comes to brownies, do you like edges or middles?
Oh, it really depends.
For me,
because depending on how it's cooked, one could be way better than the other.
For me, it's always the middle gooey part. Always.
The middle gooey part is really good, but sometimes the edges, if the edges isn't burnt, then the edges are like the perfect amount of crunch, though. That's what I'm saying. So depending on how it was cooked, if it was cooked really well, the edges can slap pretty hard because it's got the perfect amount of like crunch.
You're not wrong, but for me, brownie, the gooier the better.
I'm with. You know what? That makes sense. I like the big brownie with like the scoop of vanilla ice cream.
Mm-hmm. But like if I don't need a spoon, like I want my brownie to be a soup. That's what I want. I want soup brownie.
Soup brownie.
I want to be like the consistency of pudding.
I like pudding. Pudding is good.
I didn't like pudding until I had my grandma's homemade pudding, and then I started liking pudding.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge. I used to be like one of them like chocolate pudding.
I know you like banana pudding. I know that.
Oh my god! Don't even get me started on grandma's nanner pudding. Dude, that shit slaps. That is probably one of my favorite desserts. Because she puts vanilla wafers in it.
Yeah, that is good. Like, I'm not a big pudding person, but like I'd fuck up some banana pudding.
Yeah, banana pudding with vanilla wafers,
and
all
then you
mixed up.
And then you have like banana chunks in there too.
Yeah. Oh, chunks of it cut up.
I haven't had that in years.
I haven't had that in a while either. Grandma hasn't made it, so I'm hoping this upcoming Thanksgiving she makes it. Because she made it last Thanksgiving, which I think is the last time I had it. But it was good.
Back to the soda thing real quick. Maisie betrayed me the day.
Oh, let's hear it.
So the other day when we were at Wawa, like we went and got drinks. I reached for a Diet Coke. I was like, "Oh, mate, this is like." I think it was the same day that the pizza thing happened. I went to reach for a Diet Coke. I was like, "Maisie, I'm getting a Diet Coke." Oh no, she's like, "Okay, I don't really care that much." I was like, "Wait, you don't? Huh?" And it's just I don't care. I was like, "Okay, thank you." But then the day she betrayed me when Joey was like, "Oh, they don't have diet." Maze was like, "Oh no, they don't have diet." I was like, "You're a fucking traitor."
You said you didn't care.
Dare you?
I was beginning to trust again. Now to go back to my hole.
I was so hurt for like half a second.
Like a tear goes down your face. She goes, "You okay?" And you're like, "Yeah," and it just goes back up and into your eye.
I trusted you.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like this whole soda thing. It's like I wish I was more of a soda guy. When I was a kid, I was a soda guy for sure. But when you're a kid, all you think about is sugar anyway.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I really refused to drink water. I don't even know when I started drinking water, but like now, I pretty much all I drink is water.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Is in the warehouse, all we have is like water bottles and shit. So it's like I just drink a lot of water, as it is. Right. But I'm southern, so I also drink sweet tea. But I don't drink like a shit, dude. I used to drink sweet tea more than I drank water.
Yeah, like,
and I really cut back on my sweet tea consumption.
Yeah, like back in middle school, like I literally never drink water. It was only soda, all the time. That's all I drink. I'm surprised I don't have diabetes because of that. I'm surprised I don't have diabetes.
Huh. So I was like a little fat ass. I was a kid. No, I don't know. It was one of the things where it's like you could have been worse. I forget her name, but there's this one girl in our school, middle school, and every lunch she would just reach into her pocket and pull out like a Snickers bar.
I remember that.
But
Snickers bar slap though.
It used to.
I'm not a big candy person.
I hate to say that maybe it's like I feel like a light of my childhood has died because I'm really not into candy.
See, for me, for like chocolate bars, like Snickers and Milky Ways and stuff, I won't go into like a store and buy like a full one. But like, if there's like a little bite-sized one laying around somewhere, I fuck with that.
I wish I did. I just don't. It's like I'm not. I feel like that part of me has died. Like I don't even find it, like I don't really find candy, I don't want to say I don't find it appetizing, but like I don't ever, like I will eat candy if I'm in the mood for candy, but I'm never in the mood for candy.
This is like, yeah, I agree. This is like pretty much the only time of year I eat candies because my mom buys those bags that have like all the fun size candies in it. She's like leaves bowls around for like her clients and shit. But like sometimes like I'll just be like throughout the day I just like take a little like Snickers fun size one. I'm not even too worried about it because like they're only 50 calories, so it's like 50 calories right here. Like I'll be fine. It's not gonna ruin my whole diet.
The calories for me, it's just like the taste. Like a Snickers bar now does not. I don't know if they changed it or if I changed, which I probably did, but like eating a Snickers bar now doesn't taste the same as it did when I was a kid.
I know why I like it so much. It's just I really like nougat.
I kind of do. Like they're like I love nougat. Just like I like paydays. Paydays are probably my favorite kind of candy bar.
Mm-hmm.
And even still, I'm like never in the mood for a payday bar.
Which one is it that's just all nougat? Is it Milky Way or Three Musketeers? I know one has caramel. Which one is it that doesn't have caramel?
It has caramel. I think Three Musketeers is almost purely nougat.
That is my favorite candy bar, probably.
Three Musketeers is really good.
It's just nougat with a little bit of chocolate, and it's just like I could not eat a whole bar of it though. I could only eat it in the fun size ones.
Yeah, I know. I'm like that because it's like for example, this Cosmic, I can feel the sugar going through me right now.
And also, just the thought of having like that much nougat in your stomach, just like, man.
Well, I don't usually have like a shit ton of sugar going through my body. Like I don't usually eat desserts very much, unless I'm like out.
Yeah,
and it's not late o'clock. It's like late, and I just ate.
It's very rarely that I'm gonna be sitting at home and have a dessert.
I already feel the sugar going through me, and it sucks.
The only time I'll stay at home and have a dessert if it's that fucking pumpkin ice cream, because I get that once a year, once a goddamn year, and I'm going to get it.
I've never had it, but I'll tell you what, it sounds awesome.
It's so fucking good. Like, and it's not even super. Like for me, I don't like super sweet things. That's why I don't really like cake because like chocolate cakes and icing's always so rich and sweet. I don't like it. But like this ice cream, it's not that sweet. Like pumpkin pies aren't that sweet. It straight up just tastes like pumpkin. Oh, it's so good. That's why I like cheesecakes because they're not that sweet.
Yeah, they're not that sweet, but they're still good.
Like, I prefer more bitter things. Like my coffee, I don't like it that sweet. Like, For coffee, it depends on my mood. Like, I usually just go with a more bitter coffee, but there's sometimes where I'm like, throw a shit ton of sugar in there, man. I just want some nice caramel latte. Sometimes that sweet-ass coffee just hits the spot.
I wish I liked coffee. I don't. I don't like the taste of the mocha and stuff. I've given coffee the good honest try multiple times. It's just not.
It's not for everyone. I enjoy it though. I haven't had coffee in a while though.
We're gonna have to wrap it up here soon because I'm about to fall fuck asleep.
You good, buddy? Any last things to say?
What a tangent we just went on.
Yeah.
Did we start off talking about work?
Yeah, I know the title of this. Managers suck. Cheesecake rules.
Accurate. You know what? That's true.
Because that was like the two main points of our talking.
Well, you know what? If I had to go down and I had to die, and it's like, what's one quote that they have to remember that humanity has to remember you by? The managers suck, cheesecake rules. And you know what? I'm sure that there's a very big amount of people on this planet who would agree with that wholeheartedly.
I wholeheartedly agree with that.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.